Hey guys, my name is Mike Munzing with Munzing Mortgage Group. I got 28 years in the lending industry down here in San Clemente. Wanted to bring this video to you to give you some highlights of what's going on in the local market as well as the state and national. Hey, real quick, go over to my website again at www.mikemunzing.com. This week's rates are, I just saw in the news today, they're at all-time record lows. 30-year fixed, 3.25%, unbelievable. As well as the 5-year, the 15-year, down in the mid to upper 2% range. Rates are insane. They're crazy. I feel like one of those car commercials. But it is a fantastic time for your buyers to buy. The affordability index is at about the all-time low. So when you work out these rates, you look at this, you look over at my How Much Home Can You Afford flyer over on my website, you can cross-reference them and really see how amazing these rates are for your buyers to get them into those homes. Okay, a couple things I want to point out. First is this week I've priced out a number of deals against the big lenders again. I am beating them often by about 0.25%. Mortgage brokers, mortgage bankers, we are hands down beating the big lenders, the big four, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Chase, and Citi. We're beating them because they are tied up doing lots of other types of programs. The HAMP 2, a lot of the governmental issues are still tied up with the foreclosure issues. So the brokers and bankers, we're getting right in there. So give me a call. You can always reach me at 949-689-5626. We need to work together with your buyers. We need to get them over to my online application. That has been working great. Get them over there onto my site and they can fill that in. There are no required fields. Comes right to me. Get them qualified quickly. If for some reason they don't like the new applications online, absolutely have them give me a call. I'll get online, we'll take their app real quick, we'll get them ready to go quickly. Okay, one thing I wanted to point out this week, I caught wind of the fact that underwriting guidelines have lightened up just a bit. I may have talked to you about the cases when your clients have equity lines on their credit. Let's say, for instance, I'm refinancing one of your clients from the past and they have an equity line on their property. What was happening for the last few years is that the lender would be taking 1% of the open available balance. Let's say it's a $300,000 equity line. I would have to hit them with $3,000 a month. That would often make it difficult, even if we're subordinating those equity lines. This is going to be very beneficial. On a purchase actually today, this helped out because now we only have to take what's on the credit report. They just recently changed that rule. That's the important change, is that no longer are we taking the 1%, we're taking what's on the credit report. If it's a zero balance, then we don't have to hit them with a payment. So I've got a new purchase, some folks with some rental properties. They've got equity lines available on those rental properties. So this is a huge help. A couple of months ago, we couldn't have done that deal. Today, it's all coming together beautifully, and that is a very important change in our market that is finally benefiting our buyers. Okay, I want to jump real quickly into the state legislature information. I got my email today from Diane Harkey. I was also at an economic coalition meeting in Aliso, Viejo this morning. I'm always trying to keep up with what's going on. You know, I'm politically involved and economically involved in what's going on in our county, in South County. They passed a budget. There was not one Republican vote. It is purely a shell of a budget up in Sacramento. But what Diane points out, a couple of things, is that this will be following with a bunch of what they call trailer bills, because by law now they have to have a balanced budget. The way it looks, it doesn't even have to be worth the paper it's written on, it appears. But they've got a number of trailing bills that will be coming, trying to make it work. One of the really slanderous things that I'm seeing here is that the November election will have a lot of new taxes on it. So the legislature is building in the fact that those taxes will have passed. We cannot let those pass. We have to fight that. The good news is she is talking about high-speed rail. There is starting to be some fractures in trying to put this high-speed rail together. It's a massive boondoggle, so that'll be helpful to our state as well. We don't need to spend that money. Okay, having talked about the budget and the November election a little bit, I want to look briefly at the numbers from the primary election, just to touch on this, really impress upon you a couple of things. I was looking on the OCVote.com website, and amazingly, on the primary election day in Orange County, only 9% of the voting registered population came out to vote on that day. Another 17.5% mailed their ballots in. So only 26.5% of the entire registered voting base voted on the primary. That is, for me, that is horrific. We need to be out there. Voting is an honor and a privilege, and we need to get out there and vote. I wanted to bring up a new site. This is important for November. No matter what side of the spectrum that you're on, there are a ton of very important propositions that are going to be on the November ballot. I will be bringing those to you. I will be breaking those down in the coming months. I'm very involved in that. We've got some critical propositions, but first what we need to do is make sure that everybody we know is registered to vote. You can go over to what's called wallbuilders.com. It's put together by a gentleman by the name of David Barton in Texas. And this is a site that lets you plug in the name, city, and zip code of your entire Rolodex, as they would have said in the past, your entire email list, your contact list. Go through and make sure that the folks that you know are registered to vote. Sometimes people move. They don't know that somehow they dropped off the rolls. We want to make sure that everybody who would like to vote can vote. November is going to be critical. And this is an important site to go to. It's a link on Wall Builders, but it's a site that helps you put that in there. A lot of this is important as well. If you live in Aliso Viejo, if you work in Aliso Viejo as a realtor, you know how difficult things have gotten in Aliso Viejo to have an open house. Some realtors I've talked to won't even hold an open house because even though their signs are placed correctly, the city steals their signs, takes their signs. They're sitting at the open house. The city, I think they're charging $150 a sign to return them now. Not even worth the price. You can buy new ones for that. I am running once again for City Council in Aliso Viejo. I want to get in there and protect the homeowners. I want to represent the real estate community and make it a far easier place to do business, both for the local businesses as well as the real estate community. That city has gotten out of hand. What they're doing to the realtors is just criminal. I do not approve, and I'd like to help you make that better. So once again, Mike Munzing, running for City Council for Aliso Viejo. I need your help. I'm going to be putting some more emails out as time goes on. If you have databases, clients, past clients in Aliso Viejo, tell them it's important to get one of your real estate related guys in there. I'd appreciate your vote. Hey, the weather today, this is Friday that I'm shooting this. The weather today is fantastic. It should be amazing all weekend. It should be a beautiful weekend to be working. I certainly will be. I'll be here for you. Give me a call once again, 949-689-5626, excuse me. And I'd love to hear from you, love to help you, love to help your buyers. God bless you, God bless your family, God bless this country. We've got a lot of great work ahead, and we'll stay in touch. Give me a call. Bye-bye.